It's SaundersCountyOnline.com, and today I have Karina with the window cover, and we're just kind of talking about, we had the business of the week with the Wahoo Chamber of Commerce, but right now we wanted to take a little bit more in-depth look at what you're doing. So you specialize in window treatments.
Correct.
And so you have an interior design background.
Correct.
So if somebody says, hey, I need a little bit of help, they can ask you for advice?
Absolutely, yeah. I still do some interior design projects, full-fledged or small remodeling, but it is kind of nice on the window treatment side if they're into a project, whether it's just on their own or with the builder, I can help them say, this will look great with what you're doing for finishes or what have you, and feel like I can strain in the right direction.
So you go into a place and you're taking a look and they say, this is what we want, you can go in and say, by the way, have you thought of this or this or this?
Absolutely, because I do have some past experiences with a lot of those things.
Right,
Yeah.
so you try to help avoid issues before they actually happen.
Right, yeah. And with window treatments, as we were chatting about, a lot of times you want to protect the finishes that are inside the room, so you want to do some UV protection. Obviously, there's some on the windows, but you know, the sun moves throughout the year. You've got sun going up, different heat situations in the house. You want to protect your furniture, your floors from fading, different situations. So that always comes into play too.
But we were also talking, there's many different reasons why people would have automated or different type of window coverings.
Yes.
So for example, these are remote controlled.
Mm-hmm.
And can they be controlled via your cell phone and app and everything like that?
Yep. So you can do it from cell phone, you can do it from a whole house automation system. We have a wireless remote here that we just took out of the wall switch to show how they work, which these are on different channels, and you can do that on your app as well.
So, for example, you were talking about if somebody's on vacation or snowbirds, if they can program or set up their window coverings, treatments to be able to function as if people are still here, kind of a deterrent as well.
Absolutely, and like for instance, this time of year, sun's coming up in the morning, this side of the house, you might want them open in the morning. Get the sun in here, warm it up, but the weather was telling us today, it's gonna cool down this afternoon. Maybe 4 o'clock, you want them to come down, start insulating the house. The wind's gonna come up, you want it to insulate, you want them down. So you might play with your timers throughout the year and say, okay, 4 o'clock, let's get them down, insulate the house. But you also want that to happen while you're gone. You want people to think you're home.
Right.
And you might have a certain light in the house that you do that with too. So there's just things that you can do on that automation app that you have in your house or even on the app on your phone.
And then that is something you could control and adjust. Let's say
While
you're in
you're gone.
Scottsdale, Arizona,
Yep.
and all of a sudden, we want to make this.
Absolutely.
And you also have, for example, these. You want to demonstrate them really quick?
I sure can.
Yeah, so this is what it would look like. And so they actually have different functions. So for example, actually each one has the ability to change an angle as well.
Yes, so where we were standing, they were all tilted open, which just kind of keeps that light off the floor, but like if you're standing away from them, you can look straight through them. And you're just tilting that light away from.
Or you can completely close them if you want to for a different effect.
Correct.
And then for different companies, for example, you have put some in at Wahoo State Bank.
Correct.
And they have different reasons for different functions as well. Like you were saying, if there was a fire, then they actually automatically do something.
They go up into the ceiling so that if the sprinklers were to go on, they don't get wet. And if the burglar alarms go on, they go down to secure the building.
So again, there's so many things that we just don't realize that our window treatments can do for us. And you keep on top of this.
Yeah.
Is that a full-time job on its own?
Yeah, I mean, luckily we have sales reps that kind of let us know what's up and coming or new software. But yeah, I mean, you try to stay face forward with what's coming up. It's kind of like, what's the new iPhone, cell phone technology. These motors are being upgraded all the time. The software commercially is just even just beyond your wildest dreams, you can do about anything. And residentially, there's just a lot that can be done.
All right, so again, you can find information. Your website is?
Yep, and we do have some links to that on different scenarios or different vendors that we sell on the website, but our website is thewindowcover.com.
And so you serve, what's your footprint here?
Well, residential and commercial window treatments.
All right, Saunders County, beyond?
Kind of everywhere. I mean,
Everywhere.
I just came back from Colorado yeah.
So you have window shades will travel.
Yeah, absolutely. You
So
bet.
again, go to that website of the window cover.
Thewindowcover.com.
And I will link that as well, the Facebook page.
Great.
But again, experience and again, helping you live a beautiful life, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. Well, thank you so very much for coming and hanging out with us
Yeah.
and talking to us
Thanks
about
for
what
your
you do.
time.